So, what's it like to draw a complete comic book page from rough pencils to final inks? Well, let's find out. Hello, thank you so much for joining me today. As always, I'm Brad, and today I thought it would be fun to check out how I lay out and set up a comic book page. I'll go from loose roughs to final inks. Everything done digitally, of course, with Clip Studio Paint. I've already got my script written, and in this scene, our hero is approaching a cliff face with a sheer drop as an alien life form sneaks up behind her. I'll begin by adding my panel boxes with a loose indication of my compositional lines. From here, I start roughing out my character posing, backgrounds, and framing. Once I'm happy with all the character posing, backgrounds, and layout information, then I'll just start penciling and loosely cleaning up all of the drawings. I don't really have a design for this monster, this alien here. I'm kind of winging it for this sample page, but normally I would have all my characters designed and finalized before starting the actual comic pages. Notice I started on the last panel first. I never draw the comic page panels in order. I sort of just draw each panel as I feel, like whatever one appeals to me most, then I'll draw that. In this pose, our hero is looking back to see what's coming up behind her. I keep the pencils pretty loose, and in fact, I might even completely change a panel at this point, or all the panels as I'm going, depending on whether I'm happy or not with the drawings that I'm doing. Remember, if it's your comic with your characters, you're the boss. You can do whatever you want. You've probably seen from my other videos that I like to flip and reverse drawings. It's kind of a hack that allows me to make sure that my proportions are on point and things are looking good. Next panel here, as this creature is sneaking up behind her. Because the monster's arm is way in the foreground, I'm going to put that in silhouette. Using silhouettes in the foreground is a great way to sort of frame your panels. I'll do that quite often. We'll quickly add this character pose here and then move on to the other panels. Please leave a comment below and let me know if you have any questions about this process and how I'm laying out this comic page. I respond to every comment that I get and I'll answer any questions you have in the comments. And please be sure to download my free PDF in the description below. It's all about current comic book character design concepts, and I'll be reaching out to everyone who downloads that PDF shortly with some more bonus free content. So please download the free PDF and I'll be in touch soon. Now, getting back to this comic page, we're going to wrap up the penciling on this final panel here and quickly move on to digital inks. And remember, all artwork for this video, for this comic page, was created using Clip Studio Paint. In this final panel here, I wanted her to be sort of looking over the cliff edge and on and outwards to the horizon. During the penciling stages like this, I try not to get too lost in the details. I'll add the important details like her costume detail and her pose, but that's about it. I'll leave the more fine details for the inking process. And here is the final pencils for this page. Notice the pencils are still somewhat loose. That's because it's not necessary to add a lot of fine detail in the pencil stage. We can leave that for the inking. And with that, I'm starting the digital inking here at this point. I'm actually not entirely happy with the upshot of her head and jaw in this panel, but as artists, we have to know when to let go and just move ahead. It's good enough. Obviously, the inking for this page is done on a separate layer from the pencil layer, and you'll notice that I'll turn the pencil layer off so that I can get a solid look at how the ink process is looking. And moving on to the next panel here, and just going to continue this process. I think I'll speed up the inking process. If you have any questions about digital inking, please, again, let me know in the comments. I'm more than happy to respond, and in fact, I will respond to every comment. So yes, please comment, like, and subscribe. So I like this character, and I've been playing around with the story for her for a while. She's an alien with the broken horn. She's still not 100% finalized, and in fact, I'm not really happy with her hair. I will probably change that again, but for the sake of this comic page, I think it works. And here I'll start inking some background details. Um, I'll use a lot of blacks and silhouettes for background details because, as I said before, it's a great way for framing the panels and also for guiding the eye through the layout. And on to the next panel here. Again, I'm going to silhouette this monster in the foreground. The silhouette here of the monster, not only does it frame the panel as I mentioned before, but it's a way of maintaining some mystery about the monster by not revealing him too soon. I'll add some more background detail here, and even though it's supposed to be an alien world, I went for some more basic trees and foliage just for the sake of efficiency. I'll quickly ink in some details of the horizon here that she's looking over, some distant mountains and floating islands. And when you're inking, always be aware of your line weight. Things far off in the distance, use a very fine line. It will help create some depth. Now finally, I'll ink this alien monster here at the end. It's funny, my son told me he looks like Venom. I guess he's kind of right. Oh well, that's fine. I'm fine with that. So let's wrap up this final bit of inking, and I think this page is just about done. So if you've made it to the end of this video, thank you so much. And if you like the content that I'm creating, please download that free PDF in the description below, and I'll be in touch soon with some more updates and free content. All the best, keep drawing, and I will see you in the next one.